Now, while this loads up, what was it again? I forgot exactly what I'm going to react to now. Okay, no, okay. UEFA.com. We're going to go to their official Twitter account, all right? And bear in mind, there's a reason why I'm going to their official Twitter account. Shout out to Ronaldinho, one of the greatest footballers. He always plays with a smile on his face. Wait, this can't be the official. This can't be it. Hang on. I'm pretty sure UEFA posted it. But yeah, this is what Chelsea have won. They've won it all. They've literally... Chelsea are the first club to do this. Champions League, Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference League, Super Cup, and even if you want to go deep into it, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hang on, there you go. Here's a proper perspective of it. So Chelsea are the only club to have won every major UEFA competition. All right, ready for this? Please. You got UEFA Champions League twice. You've got UEFA Europa League twice. UEFA Super Winners' Cup twice. UEFA Super Cup twice. No other English clubs come close to Kings of Europe. Yeah. Now let's put things into other perspective. You've got UEFA Champions League twice. UEFA Europa League twice. UEFA Cup Winners' Cup twice. UEFA Europa League Conference League once. Kings of Europe's. Kings of Europe. Don't get that twisted. And listen, I know some people want to be like, oh, well, you're supposed to win it anyway, in terms of the Europa Conference League. Well, duh. And it's not even about being duh. You can only beat the team that's in front of you anyway. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Even throughout, we wasn't perfect. We lost a game to Legia Warsaw, who happens to be a Polish side. So, you know what I'm saying? And where was the final? It was in Poland. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of poetic still. But yeah, man, let's not disrespect the UEFA competitions. Do you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure UEFA have mentioned it. Do you know what I mean? Like, in fact, even if we go into it, yeah, and look, UEFA, we won it all. I'm pretty sure. In fact, let's just go to Chelsea's website first and foremost. All right? First and foremost. We won it all again. Chelsea's European trophy cabinet. Obviously, we're going to accept. Chelsea broke new ground when we triumphed in UEFA Conference League final Wednesday, becoming the first team to win every major European trophy. The Blues had previously won all, of course, completing a set when we conquered the Club World Cup in Abu Dhabi during the first season of the Conference League existed 2021 to see. This is why it's better to go to the website, because then you get a full rounded perspective. So we completed the set before. All right, we won it all before. This is why they said again. But this gives it a new, different perspective because it's another UEFA competition. Yeah, having ended our first adventure, UEFA's newest competition by beating Real Betis 4-1, we have now got our hands on each piece of European silverware. In total, the Blues have won 9 continental finals. We celebrate each of them here. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 9. 9. So he caught Winners' Cup in 1971. Yeah. beat Real Madrid. All right. I'm just gonna go by them. Cup Winners' Cup again, 1998. I remember that. I believe Zola scored a goal. Yeah, you know what I mean. Gianfranco Zola had only been on the pitch for 20 seconds when he thrashed the ball into the net to create a 1-0 win over Stuttgart, ensuring tens of thousands of traveling fans returned home very happy. You know what I mean? I can remember that we had Gianluca Vialli. Like, listen, this is like man was 10 around them times there. Still, 9, 10, whatever, who cares? Yes, I'm showing my age, and I do not care. All right, so Super Cup 1998. Having won the Cup Winners' Cup for a second time, right? We earned the right to contest for the UEFA Super Cup formed in 1972 against Champions League winners Real Madrid. On a balmy night in Monaco, Gus Poyet's goal was enough to get another famous fixture against Spanish Giants. Why are we always beating Real Madrid? I'm joking. We're not always beating them, but before Barcelona was our Spanish rivals, Real Madrid were. I hope you guys know this. But anyway, get me. Look at that. Marcel Desailly. Get me. Gus Pouyet. You know what I mean? Dennis White, the captain. Ed Dohe, the goalkeeper, and that. Listen, we had ballers, Albert Ferreira and that, Gianfranco Zola. I don't know who these players are, bruv. That's my era, you know. Anyway, let's go. All right, Champions League 2012. Finally, so many times had gone close to lifting the biggest club prize. But okay, anyway, Didier Drogba was the hero on the night and had been in so many. In fact, let me just read this properly because I need to react to the PSG game as well. So finally, so many times had gone close to lifting the biggest club prize, but in arguably our most precious European campaign of them all, we got over the line by beating Bayern Munich in their own backyard. Didier Drogba was the hero on that night, just as he had been in so many European games that season, first equalizing late and then stroking home the winning penalty after Petr Cech had saved 2 in the shootout. You know what I mean? Shout out to Didier Drogba, King Drogba. Get me? Anyway, and listen, Europa League 2013. The defense of the Champions League crown didn't go to plan, but it did give us a crack at the Europa League, formerly the UEFA Cup. So for the first time, how we seized it. If Amsterdam final, anyway, Ivanovic glorious looping header in the 93rd minute settled a tense encounter against Benfica. Yeah, that was a tough game, bro. I remember that. Anyway, Europa League 2019, 4-1 in Baku, 4-1 in Baku. Hey, I listen. Eden Hazard basically destroyed Arsenal the way Drogba usually destroyed Arsenal. Like, listen, hey, Eden Hazard, cold. And it's funny because anyway, I won't get into it. That's another story. Anyway, so Chelsea ran riot in Baku in our second Europa League final, dispatching London rivals Arsenal 4-1, some 2,500 miles from home. Olivier Giroud got us up and running against his former club before not Pedro Neto, Pedro and Eden Hazard with 2 added further goals during a devastating second half showing. Baku and London was painted blue. You know what I mean? Then Champions League again in 2021. Yeah, we already know what time it is. Then the Super Cup, get me. Our next European assignment 3 months later yielded more silverware. Hakim Ziyech put us ahead against Villarreal, but the Europa League winners responded. The final had been decided by penalties. Kepa Arrizabalaga was our hero in our shootout, saving 2 spot kits. We had now got our hand on each European trophy twice. You know what I mean? Twice. Then you got the Conference League 2025. They missed out on the Club World Cup. Anyway, doesn't matter. But anyway, so obviously we know about the Conference League as well. And they're basically one of the youngest sides. Look, watch this, yeah? How old was Chelsea FC's squad 2004. Hold on. 225. Europa League Conference. I know I'm spelling it wrong, but I don't know. How old was Chelsea? Chelsea squad H. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't know if the thing is, it's mad, yeah. Look, I can't even find the average age, yeah, but they were one of the youngest, if not the youngest, squad in the Europa Conference League, and they went on to win that. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a big deal. Not as obviously, yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan, get it, whatever. But as a, you got to look at it from another perspective. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how much that's going to inspire the next or the generation coming up now? Do you know what I mean? Do you know how much that's going to inspire them to want to consistently try and find the ways that they can become professional footballers? Do you know what I mean? That's how it works, man. Let's keep moving.